Alright, what's up y'all, LakerFan here. As you can see by the title of today's video, here to talk about strength in NBA 2K26. Do you need it? Do you not? So, I hope y'all enjoy the video. If you do, feel free to drop a like, sub if you new, turn on noties, all good stuff. Like always, try this one to 1,000 likes. Now, the clips you're going to see right here on my brand new 6.8 that I labbed up with stream, and everybody knows at this point that it is a build with minimum strength. Now, it eventually gets 50 something, but what you're going to see in the clips right now is 28 strength, all the badges that are related to strength, obviously not on the build at all. So, no immovable, no brick wall, no post move lockdown, and again, 28 strength. You can see in this rec gameplay, we're playing against a team that's running a cohesive 4-out-1 in. I'm guarding the center, as you can see, giving him a really hard time. Now, listen, my personal opinion on how strength should be in the game is I would love for it to be necessary. The real truth though, and what I really want to tell you guys, in my opinion, after having played all of this and also having seen my teammates play with it and also having seen people in the community play with it, I'm the last one of the party here. I've seen it off my teammates, like as you can see Salt right there on that power forward build, 30-something strength. He hasn't even upgraded it yet at all either. And he's boxing out, you know. I'm boxing out on this player right here, and then we're able to still swoop in for another rebound off this one as well. No box out needed, obviously, on something like that, and then into the standing meter dunk. But the point still stands. The box outs are just as good. You know, I'm not going to say if not better. They're not better. I mean, it's just as good, simply put. You know, it's not like having less strengths makes me box out better, but what I'm trying to say is that it's not necessary, it's not needed, and it's really unfortunate. I mean, look at me boxing him out. Like, it's constant, and I'd show you the whole crazy amount of gameplay that I have on something like this. It's been on stream with a couple of people, whether you want to check out Tyson's or WAF or anything like that. I mean, I wasn't live for any of this, but as you can see, even warming people, I have 28 strength. Now, I will say, obviously, you don't hear me shilling for like the idea of fixed strength 2K. I'm not like on some like hype train that's trying to preach about that. And to be fair, maybe I should be, because honestly, and you can see these are even off-ball bumps. It's not like it's crazy, but you can see me completely disregarding the ability for that big man to move. But maybe I should be on team fixed strength 2K. You know what I mean? Because I am of the belief that it should be a useful attribute in the game. And I really did appreciate the idea of it being tied to things like box outs back in the day. I was a big fan of that in 2K24, and I believe even, yeah, 25. This is the first year that it's actually not applied to boxing out at all. So, well, at least for the recent memory. But yeah, as of now, I'm obviously a little bit biased just because I'm using a build that has no strength and I'm trying to take advantage of the builder system itself. So for those who have made strength builds because they want to use their, common sense on something like that, it makes sense, right? I mean, it sucks to have a build that has something completely useless on the attributes, and maybe you're biased in terms of thinking that it matters because you have it, so you try and find all the useful things about it, like brick wall and, the ability to box out and the ability to get bumpy on ball. You think it's going to help you with the immovable enforcer. I'm here to tell you right now, you'll even see the on-ball defensive display pretty soon. These are all box outs that we're showing right here. And, you might think like, oh, it's just boxes. Like, it's going to help me on on-ball defense. Listen, maybe it does in the slightest little bit, but you're going to see the level of bump that I'm getting on stuff like this as well. Not to mention on even on this big guy that you're going to see. I get hit on that screen, switch onto the big, boom, bumping out of bounds. You're going to see Salt do the same thing with 30-something strength, bump someone else out of bounds on that corner later in the gameplay here. Not to mention, I'm coming out here with the on-ball defense now. Once again, 28 strength. We're getting bumpy right here. We're impeding his movement entirely. It doesn't really matter. Once again, Dre, Salt, both of them on low strength builds. Dude was backing him down, wasn't moving anywhere. You're going to see me getting back down as well, and not even the guy's not able to move. I'm getting on-ball bumpy again right here. Gold on-ball menace, the only thing popping up. No movable, and granted, it doesn't even pop up on that far out from the paint anyway. It only pops up in the paint. Now, I'm not here to debate whether it works or not on the interior or the perimeter for that matter either, but like I said, I mean, I'm coming out here. I feel like I'm playing great defense, and I'm still able to do it with 28 strength. That's bump right there. That's bump right there. I mean, like, he can't go anywhere, bro, and it's all off bumps. It's not me just impeding his movement. I am getting true blue bump anties. Look at this. I'm pushing him. I'm still pushing him. I mean, he has to give the ball up, and that one right there is with like no two-way tenacity, which granted, even though two-way is buffing up my strength by like 20, whatever you want to call it, or anything like that, it's still like 48. I mean, it's still not going to be a high amount. Once again, another bump. We're getting so bumpy, boom, he just tips the ball right into my hands. We're out on the break, boom, dunk. I mean, there's endless clips of this stuff that I could show you guys, and truly I could show 2 full gameplays of it, but I don't think anybody wants to sit here and just watch that the whole time or anything. But I mean, as you can see, getting bumpy and then ends up passing it up, boom, guy gets ball back once again, just kind of impeding his movement. Waff's getting bumpy with the lack of strength on his build as well. And then they end up finding a cut for the dunk, pretty good, or the drive, as you can see right there. Lack of communication switch. It is what it is. Anyway, no two-way on this one. You can see getting the wall up right here, stop his movement, still keep stopping his movement, hip riding him the whole way through right there. 28 strength, and then Salt's build again, 30 strength, pushing him out of bounds. I hear what y'all are saying. You really, I don't like it. I don't like that strength doesn't matter, but it's the truth if you ask me. And I hear what you're saying. You're trying to cope for it. You're trying to, like, you know, be on team strength matters because you might have it on your build. As you can see, bump right there on Dre's, you know, matchup. And real quick, I'm gonna back out and show you guys the build that I was playing on. We'll even show the intros to some of these games that you'll see familiar faces on the, like, you know, gameplay, so that you can see this is the exact build I was playing on. So, as you guys can see, this is me in the my court after the games of, like, the runs that we've had for the last 2 days or so. First day, I was playing on-ball D the way that I typically do with this build as I wanted to intend to do it. But the second day, aka today, on those clips you saw me playing against the bigs, I wanted to guard centers intentionally the whole run. Even though it wasn't strategically the play that I'm preferring to do on my build now, because I be getting two-way tenacity a lot, and as you can see in those on-ball defense clips, like me having that extra agility and speed and perimdy and all whatever, everything that's included on that, I want to put that to use and I want to guard ball with it. But there were some, you know, runs where we just had Waff, for instance, on his small lock, and then another, like, we had Blitz that also wasn't supposed to be really guarding like bigs either. So I just took the big for today, and that's what we were doing for all the gameplay. And I'm here to show you right now. As you can see, this is live, interactive. It's not me BSing y'all with prior footage. Boom, I have 28 strength still. I didn't upgrade it at all. I'm thinking about still upgrading it right here. I mean, it's 20k VC, but it's whatever. I don't really care about that. I figure I might as well do this because maybe it still helps me. But to be fair, bro, I'm here to tell y'all right now, I could go through, I actually haven't even seen this yet, but I'll do it live reaction. I'll go through and look at my teammates real quick. And I was going to say I'll look at Bonnie's build, but I guess he's not on the team still. He's probably playing pro-am with somebody else. But as you can see, Salt's build right here that we were showing, bumping people out of bounds, 36 strength at 6'11", and he's still boxing out and stuff like that as well. Waff on his 6'4" lockdown, which, by the way, this is the exact build I'm talking about, which is frustrating for someone like me to go against because it has 99 agility, 95 speed, a ridiculous steal and perimdy and all that stuff, and I've seen him getting bumpy out there like crazy as well. And he only has 52 strength, which, remind you, is no defensive badges. Not even bronze immovable enforcer or anything like that. But it's shiftiness and ability to cut people off, and, you know, the potential of getting the gold on-ball menace, probably even +2'd to legend on-ball menace as well. I mean, here's what he's running, as you can see. Actually, I don't think you can see +2s from there. But I was gonna say I'd show you guys Bonnie's build, but apparently he hopped off the Pro-Am team. If we were to show even Apollo's right here as well for something that he's playing on, but this is very similar to Bonnie's build. It's actually nearly the exact same thing. As you can see, he has 56 strength as well. I mean, that's what you're seeing out of Bonnie. It truly is something that the whole team is behind right now. And now I just want to show you guys, for instance, that, like, these games where I'm playing right here, I'll just go ahead and show you straight up, loading into them, show you the intros and stuff as well, just so you can see the build. I mean, whether you can read, like, the lock and board play slash and understand that was the same build, the gold banner that I was just on, you know, blah blah blah, user context clues however you'd like to, the same attributes that I have on the build. I think the free throw is missing for whatever reason. I guess they just don't show it as, like, the intros, but you can see, like, some of the familiar faces. For instance, like, we'll show this was the center, the 7'1" center with 99 O board and 92 strength that I'm boxing out, that I'm guarding down low, that, like, all that stuff is happening. The power forward that's also on the you know, screen and in the gameplay as well. Actually, that's the lockdown right there. That, by the way, has a bunch of speed and steal and stuff. But here you go, like, power forward 6'7" with 91 strength, 94 D board, etc., etc. You know, go to the end of the game right here. What does the box score look like? It's like center had 2 boards, power forward had 1, I had 9. I'm playing point guard. I mean, remind you, I'm like literally guarding the other team's center, playing point guard, can be a pick and roller on my team, can still guard ball, can still guard centers, can guard everything. I mean, and I am disregarding strength entirely on my build and have 28. Just a little bit more proof. This is the guy that I was bumping a lot right here. We got the Pilo dude, boom, blah, blah, blah. Like, we can show he was like a 99 3 guard with 23 points per game. It's not crazy. I'm not trying to sit here and act like it's the most insane thing. I'm locking up people that are not that great in the rec or anything like that. But just want to show you, like, this is the game that I'm coming out here bumping the dude with the white fro. And this is like the first one I ever did right here with the no strength. You can see I'm on like the black banner. We're playing against a couple of like blah, 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 decent players. Nothing crazy once again. And actually, I guess it's the second game because I think someone quit out on game 1, which, as you can see, ended with, like, you know, no misses or something, but pretty low stats because they ended up quitting out at half. Anyway, the point is that I just wanted to show something like this. I'm not here to just show box scores. I'm not here to just show, look at me going crazy on my build. But I wanted to show in case there was any, skepticism or like, people not really truly believing in me of the whole, like, this is the same build that has the no strength. This is me with 28 right here and like brand new build. I don't know. That's up to you if you want to like still not believe me after all the stuff I've shown. But once again, like, as you can see, out rebound their whole team. I mean, we can go back to the like bigs on the team and stuff, like show the intros. I think I missed the bigs in the intro on this one, so I can't really detail this too much. I don't know why I was so enamored with just looking at the guards. I mean, I'm going back and forth on like the PG shooting guard. Okay, never mind. There they are. So double 6'10s, 96 D-board, whatever. They're not like ranked very high, so I don't want to take too much into account there. But once again, still out rebounding their whole team with the O-board, D-board. I'm playing like, back in defense and guarding ball, whatever the case may be of what we need out there. I mean, truly, like, it's able to do anything, bro. It really can. And it's not getting exposed on the lack of strength at all. So I'm gonna just let these highlights run one more time and just talk over this. And really, like, now I'm gonna detail how I feel about this. I don't like it. Personally, I would prefer if strength were to matter. I think it should matter for screening a lot more than it does. It doesn't that much. I think it should matter for defending post-ups more. It doesn't. I've seen Tonic show that on display. Look at this. Again, this is like 28 strength versus, what did we say, 91 right there? He can barely move me, and I'm able to just get the contests, and I mean, for real, it hardly matters on anything. I've heard from Tonic straight up that he'd be using like this low strength post scoring stuff, and it doesn't matter for his back downs at all. I mean, I've seen it on ball, I've seen it bumpy and stuff like that. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter in any way you can possibly think. And I don't think that's good for the game. I would prefer if it mattered more for screening. I'd prefer if it mattered more for boxing out. I don't think they should have removed its affiliation with Box Out Beast in the first place at all. I think it was something that makes a lot of sense to have a lot of value on, and it takes that away, personally, I think. And that's the major key. I mean, that's something that really strength should be the most about. But as you can see, Saul with that 30-something, strength boxing out once again right there. I don't know. I mean, and truly, I'm here to tell y'all right now that at the current moment, I think you should play around it, because I don't think it's something 2K's gonna change. I don't think that's a gameplay thing that simply can just be adjusted very easily. I don't know. I hope they do, and if they do, oh well, I'll take the hit on making a build like this. I'll go back to making something that has more along the lines of like 83 to 84 strength, something like that. But at the current moment, I'm playing around it a little bit, and you're gonna see me coming out here on the 50-something strength build. I'll probably upgrade it eventually to that 50 rather than being at 28. I just wanted to have it sit as low as possible so I could see for myself from a first-hand, first person point of view, while also giving you guys the access to seeing something like this, of getting worms, of getting box outs, of truly letting the box out beast badge carry and lacking that strength entirely, because I've seen it on all my teammates. Once again, I'm repeating myself a lot here, but I've seen it on Bonnie, I've seen it on Waff, I've seen it on Salt and Dre on their like new builds, whether it's anything they've made as far as like the locks, the 6'8", Salt on the 6'11", Tyson on the 6'11 now, Tonic on his 6'11. I mean, I've seen it a lot, and it was enough for me to see that I was like, maybe I should make something like this. And I've seen Swag from Joe's Pro-Am team come out here on a back end with low strength and still getting box outs. I mean, truly, it doesn't matter, man. I know some people are going to not want to hear that. That's my opinion by this point. If you want to believe in your pseudo fantasies of thinking that it does matter, that's okay. I mean, I know it sounds disrespectful that I'm saying you're hallucinating, because I think you are, but it's okay. If you don't want to believe me, that's fine. But I'm here to tell you right now that my beliefs and everything that I'm going to be preaching in terms of builds, it's not going to be affiliated to strength anymore. I'm telling you that much, because I've seen enough of it myself that I truly think it's a wasted value in terms of attributes. And this got me a lot, fellas. This is the difference between me having like 2 more agility, having the fact that I even have, I don't know, like a natural 3-pointer instead of cap breaking it as well. So I was, let me really show you the build, because I actually haven't even done that yet. I'll probably detail it in another video as well, but let me show you the build that we're actually playing with, like in comparison to what we were thinking about making instead. Alright, so here's my exact build that I had before making any changes of the strength or anything like that. I had 73 strength, which also, to be fair, I actually even had more than this at one point in time on a lot of different builds, because I wanted, let's say, things along the lines of like more removable. I wanted silver brick wall, at least naturally, because I was like, why would I ever want to be a screen setter with low strength? Now, to be fair, I didn't show you guys many clips of me doing that. I think me being more okay with ditching the brick wall comes with like naturally just setting less screens than I ever have or anticipated doing. I've been doing a whole lot more ball handling out here, and I don't really find myself doing a whole lot of pick and roll in the first place, but I really don't notice the difference when I am the screener. I'm just being honest with you guys. I've seen Bonnie come out here and set me screens, which I've seen in a much bigger volume, and it's been perfectly fine in terms of him setting good big body screens as long as he's standing in the right spot. I've heard feedback from Tonic on that too about it being a lot more reliable than you would assume. So anyway, my point is that in previous builds, I maybe even had this around 84, 85 for more badges in those types of, spots that I would think I wanted things. Now, let me tell you this first and foremost, 100%. I do not care about strong handle. That is an absolute garbage badge to me. I don't care at all. I don't do any of the dribble moves while people are bodied up on me so I can shrug them off or anything like that. It's not my bag. I don't do it at all. Physical finisher when I'm on a build with this low of driving late anyway, don't really care either. I don't know. Not a big deal. Immovable enforcer. It's a bit of a tough loss, but I only had it on bronze anyway right here, and I'm seeing firsthand that I shouldn't be missing it too much anyway. And brick wall is probably the only one that I even somewhat miss at all. Now, what do we have differently right here? We can go down all the way on the strength, all the way down to 55. I ended up changing this a little bit though on the actual build that you'll see in a second, but what we can do with this is pretty much get our steel all the way up to 85, get 2 more agility. That alone, in my opinion, is worth. We're talking the difference between 60 steel and 85 steel, aka no glove at all up to silver, and bronze interceptor going up to gold, while also still buffing up the agility by 2. And again, you can find a lot of better different ways to make this. And what I ended up doing instead, that you can kind of see on the build, let me just kind of recreate it for y'all because I ended up deleting it in the builder. I'll just get to that in a sec. Alright, so this is what I ended up revamping the build to. It had one more standing dunk, had a natural 3-point of 80 instead of 78 that I cap break on, as well as even still get 70 mid-range to go along with, and way more free throw. So then, this is more so me talking about being smart in the builder, because this has been revamped around a lot in the cap breakers to end up with nearly the same attributes, but a lot better in many different ways. So, with this build, revamped, mind you, again, you're going to have to maybe rewind to the point of the other build that I was showcasing on what I was on beforehand, and that was even still doing a soft launch on the lower strength, going around 73 instead of going all the way down. But what I ended up coming to the conclusion of here with this final version of the build is that this is way better overall. I mean, as an entire build, take a look at this. So we're cap breaking the block all the way up to 84, cap breaking the steel all the way up to 85. That's plus 5 right there. Then along with is 4 perimdy, getting that up to the 92 that I was already at with the other build as well. Specialization cap breakers on the rebounding and getting it from 87 to 92. And then we even still, like I said, get the natural 3-point, natural mid-range, and then can cap break the dunk plus 2 to the 93. So overall, I have the exact same attributes everywhere, except I have less strength. That's literally it. And I even still get more in many different ways. Like, for instance, I had 44 mid-range on my previous builds, now I have 70. I had 78 3-pointer, now I have 80. I had 69 free throw, now I have 93. I mean, and all the while, I didn't even have 93 pass act yet either. I had to wait for the cap breakers. Now, to be fair, I do have to wait for 3 more cap breakers to get my actual steel on my real build that I'm, not currently on right now, but I actually could switch to right here. I have to wait for those 3 final cap breakers to be able to get my steel from a 75 to an 85, which that's cool. I mean, I have to wait for my other cap breakers on my other builds to be able to get my pass act from a 90 to a 93. But like I said, we have the 93 naturally right here. Instead, we just have to wait for the steel cap breakers. But I mean, look at the value right here. This is insane. It's some freak stuff. I mean, we're talking lots of block, lots of steel, some perimdy as well, and for 2 cap breaks of defensive rebound to go from 87 to 92 when I have to do that on the build anyway of getting 2 specialization cap breakers. This is some nasty stuff right here, bro. This is really a disgusting build overall as that point center style that I'm on, and it's all enabled by the fact that strength doesn't matter. So again, I hope they do change something like that. I know it's gonna suck for people who follow in my footsteps here though, if we're talking build stuff, so walk with caution a little bit, because I warn you, they could change something like that. But if you're gonna sit and wait and not change anything, then obviously you're playing a game where you're using a little bit of a non-useful attribute, in my opinion. But like I said, that's a bit of a two-way street, man. I don't know. Do y'all want it to be fixed or do you not want it to be fixed? Because then if you made the build and then they did fix it, then you'd be mad that they did that. But then it's like, if you didn't make it at all and they never change it, then you'd be even more salty because it doesn't work and that's bad practice from the game. And then also you weren't able to capitalize off it at all. So I can totally understand that some of you guys might think that something like that is truly them trying to exploit the game and make you spend more money to be able to do stuff like this. Like I, for instance, made a build revamped around it. I'm here to tell you right now, I think it's truly just that this is gonna sound crazy. I probably shouldn't even say it, to be honest, but I think that truly they just luck their way into some things happening and not. Sometimes they luck their way into the game playing well. Sometimes they have bad luck into the game not playing well. I think truly it's a crapshoot sometimes, and they don't really know what they're doing a whole lot when it comes to the development of the game, when it comes to gameplay itself. I don't know. That's just me. It might be a case to be made, but something like this, I think they wouldn't have intended to do. I just think truly, like, and to be fair, at the same time, I can't really say that though, because I can sit here and look at a build that has 28 strength and it still has Hall of Fame box out beast. And granted, the +1s and +2s can amplify this even more. I mean, granted, it's gold, obviously, naturally, but we're talking a build that really could have the 28 strength and still get legend box out beast, because I could be +2ing it right now, and I don't even have to upgrade it to be able to get something like box out beast. I think that's bad practice if you're talking like the balance of the game. I think that should have been something that stayed intact and they shouldn't have changed. I don't know who swayed their opinion on that in the first place. If it was someone else that gave their opinion, because I'm here to tell y'all right now, I do drop my opinion quite often, and it does get taken pretty, what seems to be with wisdom. I'd like to think they, whenever I complain about things or talk about things, it seems they do get addressed every so often, but I don't think my opinion really sways something like this. But I don't know. I don't know whose opinion would have swayed them, or if it was an internal thing where they decided something like that would be a good idea. But yeah, this is not a good spot to be as far as like balance of the game in terms of strength being necessary, because it should be. But I don't know. I'm just a messenger to y'all right now. I am a clearly unbiased person that would prefer if strength were to be important, and I'm here to tell you right now that it's not. Simply put. So anyway, that's all for the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like, sub, new channel, noties, all good stuff. And like always, try to 1,000 likes. If you made it to the end of the video and you want to show support, you did, put strength in the comments, show support right through. Or you could put 28 if you'd like to as well. But anyway, yeah, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, what I said too. So I'm not worried about like what that could mean for repercussions. I'm here to tell y'all right now, I've been a critical person of the game. I'm not here. I don't just come out here every year and slob the game off. I stopped playing this game last year because I didn't like it. I didn't like 2K25. I like this game. I will say though, there are things in this that are not balanced, like this for instance, and I think they should be. But like I said, I stand on that. I mean, I really do think that the dev team sometimes, like when I say that, I mean the gameplay development team, kind of lucks their way into things working or not on the game sometimes. And I think this year it happened to luck into some things. But like, let's be real. If they intended to do this thing with the driving dunk meter, where like small players can just be standing in your way, then I think that'd be poor creation of the game. But I think they didn't mean to do that. It's just that they don't really have a lot of control over the game, and that's my true opinion. Hate me for it. I don't know. Anyway, that's all. Hope y'all enjoyed. Other than that, take it easy, man. Peace.